Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday, our day for our Give a Scrap video. It's a collaboration hosted by Angela at Traveling Crafter, and there are 30 of us, I believe, who have each been given a day, and we have a video of what we've done. This is Sandy Wilhelmina. I have Jolly's out sleeping on the porch upside down. Louise is soaking wet from playing in the rain. Um, but they love to be toweled off. I think they do that on purpose. And Jim is working. So, yeah, it's a rainy day. Good day to do some videography, as you call them movies. So, anyway, and you can see that I am squirreling. Anyway, this is in celebration of Angela's birthday month and Earth Day. So, we picked out. If you saw my last video, you'll see I chose postcards for the most part to do mine, and I showed you kind of what I do with them and how I decide what's what. And I do need to mention that those little notebooks were from Bonny and Clive, and I will put her link down in the description. That was her idea, and I just made it my own kind of, and well, I kind of copied her. I copied the idea. So I will put her contact information down below, and you really should go have a look because she does some amazing things. Um, she is a very she does rarely use digitals and just a lot of things around the house, and it's amazing what she does with them. So be sure you check her out. Also, be sure you visit all of the other contributors here to this collab. Oh, excuse me, I better have a drink. Cheers, a morning soda. So, I showed you what I started with, and since I'm not a very good on camera crafter, I am going to show you what I ended up with. I have, as you also might know, a ton more. I found more. If anybody wants some, you just reach out because they are the punch cards for the old hard drives way back when. And I have so many of them, and I'm trying to make myself use whatever I take out of a book or a magazine like that day instead of filing it away and forgetting I have it. And it's also making me be a little more choosy about what I keep instead of going, well, I'm keeping it all. I'll use that one. I'll use that one. And then I don't because I forget where it is or I forget I even have it. So I'm trying to do better. Also, I save the best for the paper kits that she put together. So this is one of those, and I decided I like, was it a pocket mood? This piece was sitting around on my desk, as was the lace, and that is what is it? I call it scrapbook paper. So it's kind of give a scrap, right? And then the back, I played with my stencils. I loved this how it looked like looked like things, bricks. And this is the same. I haven't made anything. And look, I got a new stencil, and I think it probably is one the sheep are going to take away from me because I get something new and then I have to use it all the time. See, this is another one, obviously, and I put this is a little package from a watch crystal, and I made a little tiny tag put in here, and then there's tags in here, and these were sitting on my desk too. Just some scraps of scrapbook paper. Scrapping. We were scrapping. I love that word, but I usually say it with a C on it. So I have to watch my mouth today. And this is the same thing. So I did use up everything I picked out that day except for one picture. I love the tree lined with those big old trees. This is another scrappy tag. Oh, even there. And this is the postcard. And I love postcards, so finding another way to use them is even better. And then, of course, having a cute little dog peeking out, that's good too. Johnson and Son. This is something new I'm trying. I've never made anything accordion like, and I love how they look. And of course, I do not think I have those up here right now. Carla Crinkled Cat sent me their blank parts, but they're all hooked together. So I decided to be brave. And I wish I would have put one more page on this because I suppose this way it opens right. But so these are Edith Holden book scraps I had fussy cut out. And I put an 1834 newspaper from Scotland on as the backing. Need to do a little work here. And so almost all of this is from my Edith Holden scraps. It seems a shame to call her stuff a scrap though, right? And then look, aha, I did it. So that's where I am. Like I said, I wish I would have had one more page, but I like it. And it's my first one. I had a postcard fail. I have to fix this one. I put it down because I was like, what in the world have I done? You can't really see her little legs. So I need to do something here. So that one's back in the timeout corner. I also have this is a digital from Patty Lang. You should check her out too. I'll put her link in the down below. And she does these beautiful digitals. And I have been using them more than I used to. So I made this beautiful envelope into a pocket. This is also a pocket. It could be a tag, but I want to put them in a journal that it should look really old and and I used scraps for all the backs of those. I did not get to this one. I plan to for this one. So those are two we picked out. However, this might be my favorite one. I've had a photo I've been waiting to find a use for. And I just didn't want to change the color. I didn't want to change this. And I thought, well, I'm going to put a boat over here, canoe, or somebody canoeing on the lake. But then I thought, nah, I'll just leave this alone. I like it. I know it's a little heavy to the left side, but I like it. And it's just an old postcard. And I put a Westward Again ship on the back from an old book. I'll probably put a stamp on there and do a little more with it. This one I don't think I'm done with. I used little watch parts for the door handles. And it's one of the ones we picked out. I can't tell how old it is. This is it's cardstock, all shapes of doors, all kinds of doors and colors. This is my favorite. And then these open, and this still needs some more work. To a beautiful digital, I believe from Lorna Taylor. I'll have to look and make sure. I added color with my colored pencils, just a touch of color, because it was not popping off the background. And I think over here needs to be some sort of like a little hanger and some other things. So that's where that one is at. I used to do windows and stuff that opened all the time. I haven't done them for a while. This is a close second for fave. This tag was sitting on my desk. It was a scrap. So I what did I do? I started with some of the old newspaper from 1834, and I decorated the back. This is a little fairy house from one of Patty's digitals. This was just the paper I had sitting, and then I got out my stamps. I don't do a great job stamping. I made two little tags with the leftovers. This is a little hole protector, hole reinforcer, and I just thought they looked cute, like kind of like leather. And when I get my stamps out, everything gets stamped. This is a little piece of fabric that I got from Pearl, I think. And I just took the butterfly piece because there were two butterflies. And then I saw this hat and I thought, how fun would that be if the sunflower had a freaking hat on? So I put that on there. I do not know if I will put a tab at the top. And this is rescued tape. So I put a dent in my stuff. And in doing so, I made more mess. But, you know, I did my best. I got out one of what I know now to be masterboards, and I'm not sure what I will do. I know you're supposed to put them upside down and cut them, but with fabric, the cutter I have will not cut through that. I don't know. We'll have to see. This looks like it go this way and that way. That way would put that at the top. I suppose I could use scissors, right? So I'll be doing that. And I also, there goes the ruler. This is a scrap from Patty's. And I just put that, it'll probably be either a pocket or just put the glue here and here so you could slide things in and out on both pages. I have these to work with from the same bunch from Patty. I'm just looking here what I've got sitting here. Oh, there's another one of the lane of trees. Again, I just love how they look. We have some green. So as you can see, plenty more to go. Uh, and oh, I should show you what I did yesterday. This needs a good stash. You're going to see some of that coming out. I did a shabby dabby doodah. I love to do something really girly once in a while. And look at, I've never really done much with my lace except use it for pockets and such. But I had so much fun. I probably spent 2 hours doing this just with a bunch of glue, and I kind of inked up the lace just a little bit and that's not showing, of course. It's looking pretty bright, but it's inked up. So I did that. That constitutes scraps, right? So I didn't do too bad, I think. I hope that you're all having a great day, a great start to your week. I will be back with I have a couple new journals. I have one in progress. Well, I always have 5 in progress, but we won't talk about that. Um, and I have some things that the sheep have purchased or we've found in our travels. So I will be back. Have a great, safe day. It's Wednesday here. It's the 23rd today. So, yeah, have a good afternoon, and I will see you soon.